During their vacation in Tuscany, Bjorn and Louise, a Danish couple, and their daughter Agnes, had a chance encounter with another couple, Patrick and Karen, who were from the Netherlands. Patrick and Karen's son, Abel, was born without a tongue due to a condition called congenital aglossia. As they spent time together, Bjorn and Louise formed a bond with Patrick and Karen, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. A few weeks later, Bjorn and Louise received an invitation from Patrick and Karen to visit their remote rural house in the Netherlands. Intrigued, the Danish couple accepted the invitation and embarked on an 8-hour drive to reach their destination. Excitement filled the air as they anticipated reconnecting with their new friends. However, the atmosphere quickly changed upon their arrival. During the first 2 days of their stay, Louise began to feel uneasy about the passive-aggressive behaviors displayed by their hosts. Patrick seemed ignorant of Louise's vegetarianism, which made her uncomfortable, and he also displayed abusive behavior towards Abel. To add to the discomfort, Karen frequently used swear words. Despite the growing tension, the hosts extended an invitation to dine out together. Louise became even more apprehensive when she learned that the children, including Abel, would not be joining them and instead would stay with a babysitter named Mohajid. Her concerns escalated during the dinner as Patrick openly challenged her vegetarianism, and the couple engaged in inappropriate behavior in front of them. Adding insult to injury, Patrick manipulated Bjorn into paying for the dinner and then proceeded to play loud music while driving under the influence, upsetting Louise even further. His behavior crossed a line when he invaded her privacy by entering the bathroom while she was showering and later observing Bjorn and Louise's intimate moment. The breaking point came when Agnes' requests to sleep next to her parents were ignored, and Patrick took advantage of the situation by bringing her into their bed. When Louise discovered Agnes sleeping next to a naked Patrick, she woke her husband, and the family hastily left the house. However, their departure was short-lived as Agnes realized that her beloved rabbit doll, Ninus, was missing. Unable to bear the thought of leaving without it, they turned back to search for the toy. Returning to the house, they were met with an enraged and disappointed response from the hosts, who confronted them about their abrupt exit. Bjorn struggled to be direct in his explanation, so Louise briefly expressed her discomfort. Karen, somewhat remorseful, apologized but questioned why Agnes had to sleep in their bed in the first place. Through persistence, Patrick and Karen convinced their guests to stay, and the women set to work in the yard while the men went to buy groceries. During the grocery trip, Bjorn and Patrick had a bonding moment. Bjorn confided in Patrick about his habit of suppressing his emotions, leading to compromises in expressing his true self. As a gesture of camaraderie, Patrick took Bjorn to a beach where they engaged in screaming therapy. The fragile peace was shattered when Louise accidentally cut her finger in the kitchen. It was then that the couple discovered Patrick's deception. He had lied about being a doctor, trying to impress his acquaintances, and was actually unemployed due to his disbelief in conventional work. As the evening progressed, the children performed a dance they had practiced together. However, Patrick's abusive nature surfaced again as he treated Abel harshly for his mistakes, culminating in him throwing a glass against the wall. This led to a heated argument between Bjorn and Patrick. In a moment of terror, Bjorn stumbled upon a cabin located behind the house. Inside, he made a chilling discovery. The cabin contained empty luggage and cameras, but what shocked him the most were the photographs adorning the walls. They depicted Patrick and Karen with other couples and their young children during various holidays. The realization struck Bjorn like a bolt of lightning. The Dutch couple appeared to be serial killers, luring families in, murdering them, abducting their children, and deliberately removing their tongues, setting the stage for a horrifying cycle to continue. Understanding that his own family was the next target, Bjorn rushed to gather them. However, his search for help was in vain as he returned to find his family trapped inside Patrick's car. Fearing for their safety, he obediently followed Patrick's orders, remaining silent. Louise grew suspicious of the situation, but Patrick quickly silenced her as well. Eventually, they were taken to a desolate road, with Mohajed arriving to hold down Louise while Karen carried out a gruesome act. She cut off Agnes' tongue. Mohajed departed with Agnes, leaving Bjorn and Louise to face a horrific fate. Before the Danish couple was forced to undress, Bjorn summoned the strength to ask why they were being subjected to such cruelty. Patrick calmly replied, "Because you let me." It was a chilling realization that they had unknowingly played a role in their own demise. Without mercy, Bjorn and Louise were instructed to enter a ditch, where they were stoned to death. Sometime later, a mute Agnes was coerced into playing the part of the Dutch couple's daughter, as they sought out their next unsuspecting victims. The cycle of deception, murder, and abduction continued, as the terrifying reign of Patrick and Karen persisted.